Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Energy Vision Boards. And I've been doing these Energy Vision Boards for about 5-6 years. I absolutely love them. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I create them and teaching you so you can make your own, and sharing a little bit about success corners and giving you all the tools so you can make your own Energy Vision Board. So I do have a little bit of a presentation so that you're not just stuck staring at my face. So let's just get that set and we will begin. This is based on the energy alignment method, which was created by Yvette Taylor. But before we start, I would like you to take 1 minute and write down the 10 emotions that you've experienced over the last week or two. Just jot down the 10 emotions that you have experienced. It could have been frustration, it could have been laughter, it could have been happiness, it could have been anxiety, it could have been worry. It's just 10 words that you've experienced those emotions over the last week or two. And then when you've jotted those down, we will come back to them later. So watch this space. Right, the Energy Vision Board. Vision. Who has a vision? Do you need a vision? In my opinion, yes, you do. You do need a vision, because if you don't know where you're going, how do you know if you've got there? How many of us walk outside the door, get in the car, and have no intention of going anywhere? It's just out there. You don't know where you're going. So to have a vision is really, really useful. Who is clear about where they're going in life? Is it important? I really do think it is. You know, it's nice to have a goal. It's nice to know why we're working. If we just get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, go to sleep, it's going to be a very mundane life. And life is here to be enjoyed. So be clear on where you're going in life and being able to verbalize your vision. So I have a business vision, and it's all about helping new coaches, new service providers get their message out into the world. And I really, really love that. I love doing that. It lights me up. Your vision might be that you want to own a £500,000 house, or £1 million house, or you want 10 holidays a year, or you want to always fly first class. You know, you walk along that little ramp and you always turn left. Unfortunately, I still turn right, but never mind. You know, there is aspirations out there, and you have to feel it will happen. Does it excite you? Does it make you excited enough to get out of bed in the morning? I know that my business vision certainly does get me out of bed in the morning. And who plans to make it happen? Is there anything in your way? Or maybe EAM can help you. Let's see what it does for us, shall we? Energy is everything. No matter what form it is in, energy is everything. And we connect. Everything is one. So those of you who are successful business people will know it's not all in our head. We have to work with our heart and our passion as well. So we connect on multiple levels to engage with our clients even before we've met them. Energy is everything. We are all one. There are 3 states of energy, particularly with using EAM. There is the reversals, there's the resistance, and then there's inflow. Inflow is where we want to be. That's when we're in high vibration and we are going forward and things are happening and everything feels good. Sometimes we have resistance, and that's when we sort of think, yeah, maybe I ought to just do that, maybe not. It feels like the little boy in the playground who's grabbed hold of your jumper and he's just stopping you running forward. You've just got that little bit of weight pulling you backwards. And then the reversal is when you actually feel as though very low vibration. So the 3 states of energy do affect how we work, what we do. It affects us every day. But the ideal state is being in flow. And this is what we're going to be using. We're going to be using our energy to identify what should go on our energy vision board. And we have a broad aura. Aura reaches about 20 feet around us. There's our physical level of our aura, which is our actual human body. Then there is the etheric, which is about 12 inches away from our body. It's like the blueprint that's in the air around us. Then there's the emotion, and then there's mental. Now then, if you haven't ventured into this sort of world before, let me ask you a question. You're at a party and somebody walks in the door and everybody seems to stop and turn around to look at them. And they've not said anything, they've just walked in. And 9 times out of 10, it's because their energy, their aura has walked in before them and it's engaged with our energy. So it's really interesting. I find it fascinating. Now then, energy. Dr. Emoto's water experiment. You can look him up on YouTube. You can have a look at his experiments. But basically what Dr. Emoto did was he took some water and he said really lovely things to one lot of water and not so lovely things to another set of water, and then froze them and looked at the crystals. And if you look it up on YouTube, it will show you that the ones that were showered with love, praise, congratulations, all the positivity, then it created beautiful crystals. And the one that had the negativity was not so good. So let me ask you, I asked you at the start just to jot down 10 emotions that you've experienced over the last week or two. Have a look down them now. How many of them were positive? How many of them were negative? If you were positive, brilliant. Really, really pleased about that. If they're not so positive, bear this in mind, especially after you've watched the YouTube with Dr. Emoto. If they're more negative, bear in mind that our own bodies are approximately 60–70% water. So what is that negative mantra that you're experiencing doing to your body? I'll just leave that one there and you can think about that one. So vision boards, the way I set it out is it's sort of like the first, as you put the paper in front of you, the bit nearest to you is something like the first 12 months. You can sway on it. I'm going to teach you how to sway in a little while. Then you can have your midpoint, and then you can have your horizon. And I'm going to show you some of my vision boards very, very briefly. I did do a video for Celine before, but I'll just give you a couple of tips on what they look like. So this particular vision board of mine that I did, when I swayed on it, it was 0 to 5 months. So if you can see in the bottom right-hand corner here, 0 to 5 months. Then it was 6 to 17 months, and then it was 18 to 55 months. And that was the very, very first vision board I ever did. Want to know what happened? Because believe you me, they are not pictures or words that I would have chosen, but I allowed my energy to choose it for me. And this is what happened. I got an unexpected layover in JFK and went to see a lady who I'd met at the conference. And lo and behold, she lived in Brooklyn. And that is me having a photograph of this same one, New York brownstone. When I put that picture on the board, that's what was in my head, New York brownstone. And here I am. Wasn't even planned that I would be going to New York. Here's a picture of grass on the sea with a little picket fence. Thought nothing of it. Went to an event in Holland. I thought I was in the middle of Holland. It wasn't until lunchtime I actually managed to get out and get some fresh air and walked out into this picture. And I thought, well, I better put a picture of me in just so that you know it's actually real, although I have got my hair flat. It was obviously a very, very busy day that day. But you could have knocked me down with a feather when I walked out the hotel and walked onto a beach. That was a shock in itself because I didn't think I was anywhere near the sea. And it reminded me of the picture on my vision board. Then this one, Gizzies and Food Rules. Well, I was going to Fiji with Tony Robbins, and I didn't realise this when I signed up, but we were put on a particular diet. The gents on the course lost about 2.5 stone in a week, and it was really, really interesting. And we were living on juices and shakes and oil, that type of thing. So it was really, really interesting to know that new food rules. It was very, very interesting to know that. And then living with uncertainty, to live life in the now. I didn't realize at the time, but I sold my house shortly after moving back from coming back from Fiji, but I didn't buy one. And I was without a home for 6 months, and I ended up surfing on my daughter's spare room and her friend's house because she was going on holiday with somebody to look after the rabbit. And then I was at my sister's while she went on holiday. And for me, who's a Cancerian, who likes their home, it was very nomadic experience for me, for sure. So these are just some examples of what happened when I created my first vision board. And this one said, I wrote a book. Okay, right there in that circle, I wrote a book. And I thought, really? No chance. No chance. Not even on my horizon. Guess what? I became a #5 bestseller on my birthday. So I was absolutely delighted with that. Anyway, that's enough about my vision boards. I wanted to share with you about success corners. So I'm going to stop sharing for a moment, and I'm going to talk with you. Hello. And I'm going to say to you, if you want to get your pen and paper ready, I will share with you so you can identify your success corner, and then I will hop back to the picture and tell you more. So here you go. I hope you've got your maths head on. Take the last 2 numbers of your birth year and add them together. For example, if it's 1959, it would be the 5 plus the 9, which equals 14. Well, it did in my day. Okay. If the answer is a double digit, like 14, then add the 1 and the 4, which in this case makes 5. If you already had a single number, that's fine. You don't need to do anything. We want that single number. So what you've done is you've taken the last 2 numbers of your birth year, added them together, and then if it's a double digit, added them again to make a single number. Right. Take the single digit, and if you were born before 2000, add 5. If you were born after 2000, add 6. So in my example, it would be 5 plus 5, and that would be 10. And again, if you've got double digits, you want to go down to a single one. So just add them together. Now then, so I've got 1959, 5 and 9 make 14, 1 and 4 makes 5. I was born before 2000, so I add 5, which is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. Whatever that single digit is that you have in front of you now, that is what they call your KUA number, K-U-A, your KUA number. And that KUA number, that energy number, will identify your success corner. So keep listening out. I'm going to do them in order. So hopefully you can pick up your success corner. So here goes. If it's 1, then your success corner is in the southeast. If it's 2, it's in the northeast. 3, it's in the south. 4, the north. 5, if you are a male, then it is northeast. And 5, if you are a female, it is southwest. 6 is west. 7, northwest. 8, southwest. 9 is east. I'll go through them really quickly so that you don't have to stop and whiz back if you're watching this on replay. 1 is southeast. 2 is northeast. 3 is south. 4 is north. Male 5 is northeast, female 5 is southwest, 6 is west, 7 is northwest, 8 southwest, and 9 is east. So hopefully you've got hold of your success corner. So let me jump back and show you mine. So this is my success corner. So it's actually in the corner of my kitchen. This is my working area. And I have in that corner all sorts of things, but here on the wall are my vision boards. And yes, I admit this picture was taken a couple of years ago, but as I sit here now in my kitchen looking at that corner, I have my latest vision board, because I always do these energy vision boards. I then did a little bit of feng shui research, and I would thoroughly encourage you to do that, because it said I should have a Buddha in my success corner, and it should have a money dragon, and it should have a water feature, and it should have crystals. And believe you me, when I did that, my business absolutely rocketed. And this is what I say about mindset. It's really, really useful to have a positive mindset. So that's all about success corners. Let's see what else we can talk about. Energy alignment using EAM. So what I'm going to share with you is how to do it, and then I'll show you. So there's 5 steps to it. You ask, you sway, you experience what it is, you transform, and you manifest. Now that is the full EAM, but what I'm going to share with you is a really simple technique to identify what you are going to put on your energy vision boards. So first things first is we want to check that you are in your energy. So the way to do that, it's better if it's stood up, and I'm going to stand sideways so that you can actually see me sway. All right. And you stand there and you just relax everything down. Just breathe, come out of your head into your heart, and you can feel yourself going. I know I can straight away. And you check in by saying, my name is Stephanie, and your body will sway forward because you are moving towards. And if I say, my name is George, then lo and behold, my energy will say no. So with EAM, you're asking yes, no questions. It's as simple as that. Yes, no. So yes, you move towards, no, you move away. Now, I've realised all the preparation that I've done for this wonderful presentation, and I forgot to pick up a magazine. So bear with me 1 second. It's just here. Fortunately, it was handy. So to identify my energy vision board content, what I do is I grab hold of the magazine, and then particularly if you've got several magazines, and I have been known to stand in the supermarket and sway on which magazines to grab hold of and pay for. I'll say, is there anything in this magazine that I need on my vision board? And it may say no. But you could grab hold of another one and say, is there anything in this magazine I need on my vision board? And forward you go. And this is really strange because I'm not making my body move to example it to you. If you'd have asked me beforehand, I'd have said there would have been stuff in this magazine, but no, it's in this one. So then what I do is I will split it. I will just split it in half. Is there anything in this half of the magazine that I need on my vision board? Yes. And then I will split it again. I'm a big believer in chunking. Big believer in chunking. You could, if you wanted, just say, is there anything on this page? Is there anything on this page? Is there anything on this page? But you're going to be there for hours. So I like to chunk. Okay. So hopefully you're all smiling, because I like to make people smile when I'm presenting. So if it says yes, there's something in this half, then I would split it again and say, is there anything in this half of the book that I need on my vision board, on this half? And I would just keep going down until I got to a particular page. And when I got to a particular page, I say, is it on this side? Is it on this side? Is it at the top? Is it at the bottom? Is it a picture? Is it a word? And that's how I create my energy vision boards. And the thing is, they've never led me wrong. They are different. I will agree. They are unusual. They are certainly different, but the responses you can get are phenomenal. And I ran a vision board in my kitchen. I actually work from my kitchen here in Derby in the UK. I ran a vision board here the other day, and a lady came and she said, well, why would I have this on my vision board? That's not what I want. Because a lot of people like to have a piece of jewelry and some nice perfume and a fast car and a posh hotel and a holiday. Those are the traditional ones. And if that's your preference, that is absolutely fine. I used to do those. I've done those for years and years and years, and they became wallpaper. They just became wallpaper because I hadn't got anything behind them. Whereas this way, I don't know what it is, but I create these energy vision boards using my energy, and they just seem to materialize. And it's just lovely because every so often I look up, oh, I've done that, that's happened. So this is why I wanted to share with you all about energy vision boards. Okay, so first things first is we're going to clear any resistance that we have to receiving our vision. Then we are going to welcome in our vision, clear any resistance. Then we're going to clear it, and then we're going to do a meditation so you can allow it in, and then you can go and create. How's that sound? Does that sound good? Okay, so what I would like you to do, there are some words that accompanies when you're clearing energy, and all you've got to do is just take a breath, relax out of your head into your heart, and just repeat after me when you're ready. I am ready to release any and all resistance to receiving the vision for my vision board. I release the resistance right now in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. I'm going to repeat again. I am ready to release any and all resistance to welcoming in my vision board vision. I release the resistance right now in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. And one last time, I am ready to release any and all resistance to welcoming in my vision. I release the resistance right now in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. Big deep breath in, blow all that resistance out, and we're good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to invite you to make yourself comfortable, and we'll do a little vision-led meditation for you to welcome in your vision. So make yourself comfortable in your chair. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor, hands are separated, not crossed. Relax into your chair, close your eyes, and I'll begin. As you sit listening to the sound of my voice, just for a moment, become aware of the noises around you and know in that same moment that they're just going to flow over you. They do not distract or disturb you. They simply wash over you. For now, leave everything in your life that you find a challenge and focus on what you truly desire. We're going to connect to your vision. It's time to step into your future and see what the universe and you are working together to create. Whilst you continue taking long, deep breaths, just scan your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes and release any tightness or discomfort and just allow it to fade away. As you breathe in, notice the life-giving energy that you're receiving. Know that you are connecting to Source. Breathe in deeply down past your lungs as far as you can go. And as you breathe out through your mouth, notice how it feels as you let go of the energy that you no longer need, sending it back out into the world to be recycled, as is the flow and power of life. Continue breathing and relax. And as you relax, realize that you're almost in a sleep situation. You just relaxed beautifully. Your mind is quiet. You are connecting to Source. It's getting stronger. Now, imagine you are opening a circular door on the top of your head, which allows all thoughts, ideas, and information to come in from the universe, from Source. I want you to breathe in not only air through your mouth, but energy and white light down from your Source too. And as you bring this white light in, your body continues to relax and you are daydreaming. It's safe, loving, caring. Your mind, your heart, your chest, all filled with this beautiful, bright white light. And you know that you are in a safe, trusting place. I want you to imagine yourself floating up out of your body and moving forward along your path into the future. It can be any time that suits you, 6 months, a year, 5, whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever feels right for you. And as you are floating above that picture, you're creating, looking down on where your life is exactly as you want it to be. Your life is not how it is now, although there are some commonalities. It's different because it's exactly how you choose it to be. It's the life you want to be living and you've manifested it. If you can't see it clearly, maybe you can taste it. If you can't taste it, maybe you can smell it. If you can't smell it, maybe you can hear it. However that vision is coming to you, absorb every little bit of it. So have a good look round and let me ask you some questions. So where are you? Maybe you're on the beach. Maybe you're in mountains. Maybe you're in a different country. Who is there with you? What's happening? What year is it? How's your health? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you exercising regularly? How often? What's your home like at this point in time? Where is it? What is your relationship with work colleagues? What's your personal relationship like? Are you married, partnered, happily single, searching for Mr. or Mrs. Right? What activities are you doing for fun? Do you travel? Where do you travel to? How much money have you got in the bank? How do you earn your income? How much freedom do you have? What opportunities did you create for yourself that you're now enjoying? Have a real good look around. Absorb everything you possibly can. What you can see, what you can hear, what you can taste, what you can smell. Absorb it all. Because we're going to come back now. We're going to travel back. We're going to travel back to where our bodies are. And we're going to come back down into our bodies and come back down right now into today where we are. But you're bringing all that amazing information with you. All that thought and awareness is all you. It is your energy and what you have the capacity to achieve. It's your vision. Now just take a deep breath and say after me, I allow all of this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. I allow all of this into my energy in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. And one last time, I allow all of this into my energy right now, in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. And when you're ready, I want you to open your eyes and come back into the room. And I just want you to take a few minutes and jot down what it is that you saw in your vision. So I'm just going to let you just sit with it for a few moments so you don't lose it. Grab hold of a pen and just write it all down. Okay? And if that wasn't enough time for you, then by all means, if you're on replay, you can put it on pause and you can keep going until you've grasped everything that you saw. And of course, you can always do the replay as well. You can always rewind it and listen to it again. So now what I would do, now that I'm in that space and I've got that vision with me, that's when I would grab hold of the magazines and I would start swaying. Is there anything in this magazine that I require on my vision board? Yes or no? Is it in this half? Is it in this half? And you just keep going. And that's how I made my amazing energy vision boards. And that's how I have become a #1 bestseller. I've become a bestseller for myself, a #1 international bestseller as a collaboration. And uh, they're just two of the things that I've achieved. It's been absolutely awesome. If you've got any questions, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop my email in the chat. So if you have got any questions, you can grab some time with me, and there you go. I'll put it in the message in the chat. So hopefully Celine can pick that up and share with you. If you've got any questions at all, then by all means get in touch with me. I'd love to meet people and chat with them. So it'd be great to have a chat with you. And I wish you well with 2023. Remember, right at the start, I said that everything is energy. It's in all forms, on all levels, at all points in time. So when we use that in the EAM mantra, we are clearing it for everything. And it's just wonderful. So I wish you every success with creating your vision board. Take some time now whilst you're still in that energy. And I know what you're going to create will be awesome. I wish you well. Bye.